Welcome to your favorite channel, Israeli Math Concept. In this tutorial, I would like to solve this given question on the board. I'm still on the topic subject of the formula. Remember, whenever you are asked to make a given quantity the subject of the formula or equation, it simply means making that quantity to stand on its own in terms of the other quantities. All right, let's proceed with the question we have on the board. The question says K is equal to m multiplied by the square root of t minus p all over r. So we are then asked to make t the subject of the formula. That means this is a formula. We are then asked to make t the subject of this formula. That means make t to be on its own. Let's proceed with the solution to this given question. Solution. First thing first, let's replicate this question. And replicating the question, we have k is equal to m, then the square root of t minus p all over r. Remember, we are asked to make the t the subject, and this t is contained under the square root. How do we remove this square root before we proceed with whatever we want to solve? That is our target. Hence, we shall take the square of both sides of the equation. And taking the square of both sides of the equation, I then have that the square of k is equal to the square of m, then in brackets the square root of t minus p all over r. I will also take the square of every entity we have here. Alright, having taken the square of it, remember mathematically it is the square that cancels out the square root. Hence, we are left with our k raised to the power of 2, that is k squared, and that is equal to m squared. Then I have my t minus p, so I have in brackets my t minus p, and that is all over r. Alright, let's go ahead and solving. I can multiply out, and multiplying out, I have that my k squared is equal to m squared multiplied by t will give us m squared t. Then minus m squared multiplied by p will still give us m squared p. And that is all over my r. Then let's cross multiply this equation. Cross multiplying the equation, I then have that k squared we multiply r, and we have k squared r, and that is equal to, I also have, remember that k squared is the same thing as k squared over 1. Then I also have that 1 multiplied by every numerator we have here, which is m squared t minus m squared p. It will still give us the same thing, which is m squared t and minus m squared p. Okay, remember what I did was to cross multiply this equation. 1 multiplied by everything here is still everything here. And that is equal to k squared multiplied by r will still give us k squared r. But we are concerned with making t to be on its own. So let me separate t by having m squared t. Remember, m squared is attached to t, and that is equal to, I have already k squared r at the right hand side of the equation. Then when I add m squared p to both sides of the equation, automatically I will have plus m squared p. You can as well say take negative m squared p to the right hand side of the equation, and it will change to positive. From negative crossing over will change to positive m squared p. But I'm concerned with making my t the subject of this given equation. Hence, I will divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of t, and the coefficient of t is m squared. So I divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of t, which is m squared, and that is equal to k squared r plus m squared p, and that is all over my m squared, such that m squared can divide m squared, and we are left with t, and t is equal to we have k squared r plus m squared p, and that is all over m squared. So we succeeded in making our t the subject of this given equation or formula here. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching. Remember to reshare this video, and as well follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel for subsequent math content like this. Thank you and God bless you.